All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome to Don's Modeling Desk. We got Jody in the background as usual, producing.
Hello.
And tonight I'm going to be working on trying to figure out how to get the base uh, attached to the model, not permanently attached, but where it'll stay on the base. I want it to be removable so I can transport it. We
Sounds
got
good. We got
Stephen
Stephen
Haynes.
Haynes. Hey,
What's up,
Stephen.
Stephen?
How are you doing tonight?
I'm just going to try to drill a few holes here and put some pins in it.
What are you using for pins?
Brass rod.
You're going to use some of the brass rod, the same thing you got down through the middle for the wires?
Yeah, just smaller.
Mhm.
This one right here.
Okay,
Oh, I don't have my lights on. That's
nice.
why it's so dark.
Darth Trent's here. Says, hey, Donnie and Jody.
What's going on, Trent?
How's it going?
Hey, we got 100% participation. Two people commenting. Oh, never mind. Somebody else
Oh,
snuck in there.
we have a third.
I was gonna say two people watching and two people commenting. Sweet. Let's see if that'll work. Oh, that's a good fit right there. Nice.
Is it perfect?
It's not perfect, but it's really close. Close enough. Then once I get this piece epoxied in, the base will fit to that. And then I just got to drill the two holes in the back.
So the first time you showed me that base there when you were working on it, one of your streams, I got hooked on the shape of it.
I
And
saw that picture you drew. That was cool.
yeah, I tried to draw because to me, from the side, it kind of looks like a starship. It's
Like
got,
that.
yeah.
It
So
does look cool, don't it?
I took that shape and I was trying to draw that into an actual starship. The hard part is working out how the bottom of it looks.
Right?
So I drew it up from a few different angles, and it just looks weird. It's hard to get the bottom to look kind of thin and sleek. It
I
ends
don't
up
know. I
looking
think the
squared
picture
off.
you put on Discord looked pretty cool.
It does look pretty cool, but I wasn't happy with the way the bottom of it is. We got Alec here. Alec says, "Hey guys, still having torpedo print issues. Well, that sucks. Did a couple did a couple skull print and a compy skull print, and it seemed to work fine. Just a few issues with tiny keyed parts that won't fit right.
Well,
Well, you might have to fine tune your parts and file them and sand them.
exactly. One thing you got to remember when you're printing with resin is it's not going to be 100% dimensionally accurate. Resin printer is great for detail. It's not great for dimensional accuracy. You want dimensional accuracy, use FDM, but then that screws up the detail. So,
To give and take. Steven
yeah,
says, I have you for an extra hour because of your clocks changing.
nice.
All right. Well, I don't know if
I wish,
Donnie's going to stream for an extra hour, but maybe you just the time is different, but I think it's still only going to be 2 hours.
yeah, unfortunately, I still have to work tomorrow.
Trent says hi to Alec, and Alec says also Donnie just got a power unit from Amazon today and saw it is missing a USB host computer interface and an AC input voltage selector switch. Should I send it back and ask for a replacement? Don't know.
USB host computer interface on a power supply?
Power supply for a computer? I don't understand. Dude, a
I
power
mean,
unit for what?
my power supply doesn't have an AC input voltage
Well, this is
selector
a
switch,
power
I don't
unit.
think.
A power unit for what?
You know, I think he's talking about like a desktop power supply, ain't he? I'm assuming. I don't know. What kind of power unit are you talking about, Alec?
Or like the little plugs for wiring lights.
Well, he said a power unit, so I'm assuming he's talking about some kind of power supply or something. I could be wrong though.
He's powering his unit. More power to the unit.
Oh,
Alex says, I see also reprinting it because of some of it felt a little rubbery and easily rippable.
rippable?
Okay, so not needed. Yeah, rippable.
Undercured?
Yeah. Okay, so not needed, and I am. It's a small DC power supply. Todd recommended me for powering lights. Okay. So,
I don't know what you mean by USB host computer interface on a power supply though.
yeah, that doesn't connect to your computer.
You know, mine has a USB plug that you can use to like plug something in to charge it, but
Yeah,
not
mine
anything
has
you can
that
plug
too.
into the computer.
I don't know which one you got, but mine is the Jesverty.
Mine is
Jesver
Wemtech.
Wentech.
Wemtech.
It's got a USB for plugging stuff in, yeah.
Yeah, for charging stuff.
Well,
Mine
you
has
can use
that.
it to hook up a model if your model has a USB plug on it.
Well, yeah. It's just a standard 5-volt
Yeah.
USB plug.
I should actually okay, so if you're using yeah, I see right now it says 5 volts, 2 amps. So you can't change that.
Right. That's
Yeah.
it's just standard USB.
Yes,
It's
same
not
as your power block or your power bar or whatever. Yeah.
right. It
See,
is
I
not
haven't used it yet, so I
adjustable.
didn't realize that it was. I didn't really look closely at it yet. I figured it was maybe tied in with the other part where you change the knobs and change the voltage.
No, it's set.
Yeah, I thought it was maybe just an option so you could use that instead, right? Steven says over here you normally start at 2 a.m. because of the clocks. Oh, so Steven usually misses some because he goes to bed, I think.
Yeah.
It's too late for him. I get you. So he does get an extra hour technically.
I just wish
So
they'd quit changing the clock.
yeah, when do they change them in the UK, Steven? It's like a week from now or something. Eh? It's like a week difference, something like that. I'm not sure, but I know it's quite a difference. One of our provinces recently voted to stop using daylight savings time. So when they changed back this year, apparently it's going to be the last time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I wish we could do that. But I mean, they need to make it an overall rule for everybody. You know, I wish everybody would just come together and say we're not changing the clock no more. Because
Yeah,
like if Tennessee voted, okay, we're not going to change the clock anymore. Well, that's great. I don't have to worry about changing my clock anymore. But the problem still stays the same because most everybody else still changes theirs.
yeah, that's right. I think areas are realizing it. I think slowly everyone's just going to end up changing over, and then at some point the government's going to say, okay, well, we might as well just stop doing it because most of the other people aren't doing it.
Yeah, like Arizona don't.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
There's
think
already
North Dakota
states
does.
that
I
they
could be wrong about
recognize it.
that, but I don't think they do. It seems like there's one other state that don't, but whatever.
Excuse me. So Steven says 29th of March. So like not almost a month until they change the time. So
Also,
for
they
a whole
changed
month,
theirs, but it's just a different time.
yeah,
Weird.
yeah. So like a whole month, we're on a different time frame than the rest of the world.
That's just weird, ain't it?
Mhm. Well, I'm convinced that somebody makes money off of it somehow. That's the reason it hasn't changed because there's money in it for somebody.
I think it's just laziness.
There's profit somewhere, and somebody doesn't want to give up that profit.
I don't know, man. I think our government's just like, well, what do we want to change it for? We have to like write laws and stuff,
We don't want to do that. That's work.
right?
Are you still putting a piece of wood on the bottom of that?
Yes.
Larger than the oval there.
Yeah.
Right on. That's gonna look
I'll
good.
get
You're
that
gonna
glued
like
down in a minute. I just wanted to.
take a torch and like torch the edges of the wood, bring the grain out.
I could. I was just thinking
That
about
would look
painting
really
it,
cool.
but I just wanted to get these pins in before I put that big chunk of wood on it. Alec can't just say I'm going to get a coffee. He's going to get a few coffee items.
A few coffee items.
What?
What are coffee items?
I don't know.
Snacks probably. Coffee and like a cookie or a piece of cake or don't know.
It's like I'm going to Starbucks to pick up some coffee items.
Some coffee paraphernalia.
Yeah.
Oh,
I need to get a tubing cutter that will cut these smaller diameters of brass rod because the one I have currently will not.
one of those ones with the little circle blade on it, and you just kind of wrap it around the tube and
Yeah,
whip it around a few times and tighten it and
one of
whip it
those.
around. Yeah, one of those. Yeah, it
Yeah, but
doesn't go that
there's
small.
there's enough space in there. See, with it closed all the way,
Yeah.
that this little rod,
what if you put the rod right into the back
yeah, it
part of
just
it there?
slides right through there.
What if you put it up closer to the jaws there, deeper into the
Yeah,
jaws where it's tighter?
yeah, but then you
Maybe
can't
hold it.
turn it because as soon as you turn it, it's going to slide down
Oh yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
that V.
Gotcha. You need to 3D print yourself a little spacer that you can put in there that has a hole in it that's
Oh,
in the
there's
right
an idea.
place, right? So you got a couple different size holes, and the smallest one is closer, right in the corner of it, and then you can put it into your pipe cutter there and tighten it up to the depth you need, and allow yourself enough space for a couple of twists to tighten it, because you don't have to move that much, like a millimeter into the material, not even.
Right.
So you'd need like a two-layer piece with a spacer and a couple of holes.
Yes, Stephen, I do have stickers with my logo. I can send you some if you want. Just uh hmm. DM me on Discord your address. Are you on our Discord?
Let me see what that pipe cutter looks like again.
Uh like that.
Okay, yeah, it is flat on one side.
Yeah.
Okay.
The top part, so the top part has the little blade in it. The bottom
Yeah.
part's just a V. Just need like a little piece to fit in there to
Yeah, so it's
take up
like a
the
little
extra
triangle.
space.
A little triangle. So you need
Well,
two little
just make a
triangles.
like a 2 millimeter thick little V that would fit in there and take up that extra space. Hey, you know what? The drill bit holds better when you tighten up the chuck.
Oh, I've done that before. Turned it on full speed. The thing went flying out like a Dremel.
Oh, it didn't go anywhere. It just sat there. The end of the drill was turning, but the drill bit was just sitting there.
Well, the one I had, well, the time it happened to me, I went to use the Dremel tool and I put the bit in there and I tightened it right up. But the thing is, the chuck wasn't small enough
Right?
to tighten. So I tightened it, but I didn't realize that it wasn't tight because the bit was smaller. And as soon as I turned it on, it went zing and it flew out. And it was in the basement of my dad's place,
Oh
and
shit!
it stuck into the ceiling, like the wood of the floor above, right?
Oh
Like
shit!
an unfinished basement, so you can see the floor from the bedroom above, the plywood, and it stuck into the plywood.
Oops!
Yeah, well, I
My
was lucky it
bad.
didn't hit me.
Damn!
Me.
You trying to take out the neighbors, Jody?
Well, taking out the neighbors there would have been a good thing.
No, that's not a very nice Canadian thing to say, Jody.
Johnny, Steven says, yes, I can send you my address by Discord. Happy to pay shipping. All
Oh, it
right.
ain't no big deal, man.
I'm gonna make some new stickers too once I get another printer. I redesigned my logo there, so I make some nice fresh stickers.
Well,
You
I
got
don't know how
Chewbacca
much it.
trapped in the basement or something?
Do what?
Your grinder sounds like you got Chewbacca chained up.
Well, this it makes almost no noise when it's just running, but when you put resistance on it and slow it
Yeah,
down, Then when you let go, it spins way up for a second and then
I
slows
know
back down.
it was just funny because we could barely hear it, and then it was like,
I think and the only thing I can think of is maybe the motor gets hotter when you're putting resistance on it, so it spins up to cool the motor down, suck in
yeah,
more
well,
air.
yeah, it's just the sound of grinding, but it's the fact that it's away from the mic and you can barely hear it.
Right?
There's that Starship again.
There we go.
Excellent. And then once you got it in there, you'll just mark those where to cut them off.
Yeah.
Gordon's here. He says, "Hey guys, hey Gordon, how's it going?"
That
Says
should
hi to
hold it in
Steven.
nice right there.
We got Ken here. Good evening, Ken.
What's going on, Ken?
And
Gordon?
Gordon. So, Ken sent me some resin during my stream on Saturday. He was watching me uh, struggle with something. He decided to send me some resin. And the funny thing is that I sat down today and I was like, well, I'm gonna make up some glue mixture that I make to fill in windows on one of my models that I hadn't filled in the windows yet. And
Right.
I sat here for about an hour filling in all the windows with the stuff, and then I was done with that, and I got a knock at the door, and it was the box with the UV resin in it.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
What kind of resin did he get you?
I don't know. Let me see. Let's take a look. Uh,
I have
oh, bang!
Mr. Resin.
Oh, bang! Looks like this.
Ah, nice.
I actually haven't opened the box yet. Let's see let's
It
see
wouldn't
what it's all
surprise me
about.
if all of this crap ain't made in the same factory.
Oh, it's a big bottle.
Look at that's almost the same bottle. Look, that's almost the same bottle.
Yeah,
Same top.
yeah. It's probably just a different label.
Wow.
100 grams.
Yeah, so it's this. I bet they're made in the same factory. Just slap a different label on it, and there you go.
I'm sure they are. Lots of things are. Because
Right?
these companies that sell this stuff, they have an idea and they're like, well, where are we gonna get? Oh, there's a company here that makes resin. Okay, we'll get them to make it. Yeah, make some with this label on it. All righty, here you go. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try that on. Oh, I just turned off my camera. But on the model I was showing you earlier, the larger version of the USS Inserter, I'm gonna try that. On the small model, I didn't put windows down the side of the extra part that I added
Right.
because it's so small and whatever that I didn't couldn't put any lights in it anyways. But on this one, I got lots of space and lots of surface area there, so I'm gonna put a couple decks worth of windows
Room
down
for the
those sides.
lights and everything.
Yeah, yeah. So those like shoulder pad pieces I was showing you earlier there, there's gonna have a couple decks worth of windows down the side.
Ken said, "Did you charge the flashlight, Jody?"
It seems to work already. Let me see. Yeah, I haven't tried. I turned it on to test it and see if it worked, and it works. I haven't plugged it in to charge it yet, though.
I'd go ahead and plug it up and get it. Make sure it's uh, fully charged,
Yeah.
because the more output of the flashlight, the quicker it cures things.
Oh, yeah. Well, when
Yeah,
you shine it on your hand, it feels really warm. It's
it
hot.
may be fully charged then. That's like this one that I use has a 18650 battery in it, and
Okay.
when it starts taking longer to cure, I don't wait for it to run all the way down. It just starts taking too long to cure. I'll go ahead and pop the battery out and charge it.
Uh, okay. Well, I got a charging cable right here. I'll just plug it in right now.
I are impatient.
There we go. So it's flashing almost all the lights. There's 4 indicator lights, and only the last one is flashing. So it's pretty much almost fully charged.
Right.
This is what I think, anyways.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, there's no point in putting in 4 lights and only having one flash. No, 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 sir.
Then why not?
Ken, I am charging it right now, my friend.
Charging, charging, charging.
So I wonder, because this stuff doesn't cure until you shine the UV light on it, can you color this? It says yellow resistant, but I want to make it a little bit yellow.
Um, they make powders that are meant to tint resin.
Because I imagine if you put paint in there and try to tint it, it's probably going to disrupt the curing process.
I don't know. I don't know if that would block enough UV light that it didn't cure properly, or if just the paint being mixed in with it would keep it from curing
Yeah,
solidly.
like some kind of chemical thing that prevents it.
Well,
I don't know. Well,
not even the
I'm
chemicals.
gonna
They,
try it.
you have the pigments and stuff in there that are little solid particles. I don't know if that would.
Yeah, but they're dry, right? They're small enough so that they mix in and they amalgamate in there and it blends into one color, but they're still dry. They might not necessarily dissolve into the resin, right?
No,
But the paint,
pigments do not dissolve.
exactly. So it doesn't affect the resin because they're just particles suspended within it, right?
Yeah.
Paint might have a different reaction because you're adding
Well, yeah,
liquid to
but
the resin that's
paint is
not
the
part of
same
the
way.
resin.
Paint has the little ground up pigments in it.
Yeah, but it also has a liquid that carries those pigments, right?
A
So
binder,
you're
yeah.
adding a liquid to the resin that is not necessarily part of the recipe for that resin. So I could see it disrupting the process. I'm going to try it though. I'm going to experiment and put a drop of paint in a small amount of resin and
I
mix
would
it.
expect
And
nothing less from you, Jody.
of course, because I like tinting it for like doing windows. I like tinting it. I like to have a color. That's what I did today. I used my glue mixture that I use, and I tinted it with a drop of yellow. So I was doing
Right?
windows on the old school Enterprise, and those ones kind of had like warm light windows. They weren't bright white. think they turned out pretty good. So what's the little sheet, plastic sheet here? It's got like a texture on it. Is that so you can drop resin on it and it peels off? It's like a stick-proof sheet.
Where?
It's in with the resin. I can't get the little
Oh, is
plastic.
it a little silicone sheet?
Probably. I don't know. I haven't opened it yet.
Yeah, mine came with a little silicone tray and a little silicone cup, and yeah,
This just has
the
a
resin
little.
doesn't stick to silicone.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So this just has like a little
Kind of like paint doesn't stick to
folded
silicone.
up sheet. Yeah, it's
Actually, I
just
don't
like
think much of anything sticks to silicone now that you mention it.
oh, it's a glove.
Oh, it's the
A
glove, the
glove.
plastic glove.
Yeah, it's a pair of gloves.
Yeah,
Okay.
mine came with gloves too.
Like I'm gonna use those.
Same. I don't either.
The Sonic Saber also came with gloves that have never been on my hand.
I was trying to find that little silicone cup that came with mine, but I don't know where I put it now.
This one didn't get a cup. That's okay. I have all kinds of little cups.
Yeah, I've never used the cup. It just came with it. And
Mary, on some
whatever.
disposable gloves for next time you dye your hair? No, those kind. No. I like
It's not a bad idea to wear the gloves if you're going to be getting the resin on you, because it's not.
yeah, if you're gonna be getting it all over your hands, I wouldn't.
It's not good for you.
No, no, especially if you get some on your finger and then you cure it by accident.
Right? Stuff gets warmer than you think it would when it's curing.
Well, I think a lot of that is light heats it up. So would you guys say,
whatever process that it goes through in curing generates a considerable amount of heat. And the stronger
chemical
your light
reaction for
is, the more
resin?
light you're pumping into it,
Yeah,
faster the hotter it gets.
yeah. This particular light has like a focus thing on it, so the lens
Oh yeah, this one does too.
out, and you can focus the light. It's just pretty cool. Dark beam. Do not shine UV light directly into your eye. Oh, aw, that was the next thing I was gonna do. I was gonna do that next.
Yeah, this one has the little, well, it's stuck for some reason. There we go. That's the little middle part that slides.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, very similar to the one Ken sent me. With the end has like a little sleeve on it that
Except
slides in.
I can't just plug my flashlight up and charge it. I have to take the battery out and pop it in the little charger and charge it.
Oh. This
It's
one
just
actually has it has the rechargeable battery, which is a big cylinder, and then it has the little cylinder that holds the 3 AA's.
well, see,
So
mine just has
either or.
1864 battery.
Oh. Yeah, this has one of those. And then it's got the same size thing, but it's like a little case that
Oh, that you
holds
can just put
three.
regular AAA's in.
Yeah, you can put 3
Oh,
AAA's in.
cool.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
it.
mine didn't come with that.
It's right here. So then we're just making a battery, right? It's the same thing.
I got lucky because this is the same battery that I had to buy for R2 when I was building
Okay.
R2,
Yeah.
and I bought a couple extra ones just in case there was a bad one, and I was having to order them because you can't buy them anywhere around here.
Oh
So I
no.
just ordered a couple extra ones, and turns out none of them were bad. So I ended up with a couple extra batteries, and it fits that flashlight. So
Yeah, I
I have
wouldn't know where to find a
extra
battery
battery
like
for the
that
flashlight.
around here either. I'd probably look at like Princess Auto, but I don't know if they'd even have anything like that. I'd probably have to order it. Ken says, quick, Jody, search for scorpions. Yeah, those Canadian scorpions. Got to be careful.
I think this will work pretty good.
I don't know if I want to take this UV light and go start shining it around my apartment
Well,
on
once,
various things.
yeah, I
Oh,
think
looks
that'll
like
work
your
good.
pins hold pretty well.
Yeah, yeah, I
So
think
you're
they'll
gonna cut
work pretty
off the
good.
excess you got sticking out the bottom there.
Right here,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'll trim those off.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna give the glue time to cure up real good before I do that, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I know the accelerator dries it pretty good, but sometimes it doesn't get all the way down in there good.
Is it
Yeah, I'll just
possible? Is it possible you can push the end of it, trim it off the other way? So when you like instead of trimming the end flush with the stand, you have it inset a little bit so that you can like fill it with resin and cover the hole.
mm,
Like you know how much you need sticking out of the top to go into the model, right?
right.
Just cut the length and then put it through the stand, but then just push it in a little bit more so it's countersunk.
Well, see, you thought of that idea now that I've got them glued in.
Oh, you've already got them glued? Can you move it?
Yeah.
Will it move?
No.
No. Oh well. Oh well. You could always maybe drill into it a little bit to make a countersink hole if you really wanted to hide it, but I don't think it's gonna be that noticeable anyways.
I can
At
still
the
put a little
bottom.
resin over it and sand it down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's going to be up under the bottom.
Yeah, it's not really gonna be seen.
Now I just need to get all of this out of the way and get my piece of wood and some clamps. Eric's not here. I'm going to have clamps and Eric's not here.
Uh you can watch the replay. You can
But I wanted
watch
to
it
go
back
ahead and get this
later.
base done before I start base coating it because I'd like to have somewhere to put it. Get this out of the way. I don't need to be gluing it to a towel. That would not be good.
No.
Oh, by the way, there's no grain on this wood to bring out by burning it. So,
Oh, there's not?
no, it's just press wood.
Oh.
And it's already
Oh.
burned around the edges anyway where they laser cut it.
Yes. I cry over that stuff. Everything's made out of it nowadays.
Yeah, I
Every
could.
piece of furniture, every cupboards are made out of it. Like, oh, everything falls apart. You
What do
get
you
a
think
little
about that? Put it
steam.
up closer to the front. Does that still look okay? Or would it look better centered?
I think it looks, maybe just move it back a touch so it's not right at the edge of the front. There.
Like
Yeah.
that?
See, if you're gonna offset it like that, I would have the oval narrower,
Right. I'd have to cut the wood
closer.
then.
Yeah, closer to the edge, towards the middle, and longer towards the back. I think if it's going to be the exact same shape as the base itself, then center it would be the best option. Yeah,
Like that.
yeah. It actually looks wider than it is long.
Yeah, it is.
Like I know it's an oval, but like I mean the
It's
sides
not
look.
as much of an oval as the base is,
Yeah,
but it'll work.
yeah. Do you have anything else
What do you mean?
like to add,
Wood?
like something additional you could add to it for like I don't know, like a step or like some more detail, like a smaller piece
No, I don't.
that went in between those two, so it was kind of a steppy pattern. I don't know.
No, that's the only piece I have.
Okay. What are you gonna? Are you gonna maybe put like a nameplate? Because you could like 3D print like a cool nameplate that goes right
I
in
could
that oval.
I could
Say
probably whip
you
something
move it.
up.
Yeah. I'm almost looking at it as a 3D, like if you move the base up towards the edge of the top, and
Toward
then
the front.
no, like towards the back of your desk, like up.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
like
this?
that. Yeah, like that towards the edge more, and then you're looking at it, and it looks like you're looking at like like a puck or a chip or a
And then
a
put a
short
name
cylinder.
plaque right here.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
that
now
would work
it
good.
makes the whole
That's
thing
a good
look
idea,
like a
Jody.
3D thing. It
That's
makes
a
the
good
entire
idea.
thing look like a 3D illusion,
I like
right? Like
that.
it's sitting on a big cheese wheel. And then you can make like a nameplate or something that says the Orville that sort of tapers at the ends. You know what I mean? So you get that perspective. It looks like it's a ring.
I'm sure I could find some kind of nameplate. Let's see real quick.
Quick, 3D designers out there, start whipping up a curved Orville with a rectangle around it that tapers at the ends. So it looks like a 3D curve. And then when you had the base on there, the whole thing looks like it's sitting on like a cookie, right? So it's like a thickness illusion.
Right? Huh, huh, huh. Good job. I did a search for like Orville nameplate STL,
Uh-huh.
and there's a website called Yeggi, Yeggi, that has a
Yeah.
lot of 3D designs on it.
Uh-huh.
And when I clicked on it, it's a page of car rims. Hmm.
Bastards.
I don't think that's Orville.
They gotcha. I hate that so much when you're looking at something and it's like, oh yeah, that looks good. Let me check it. Let me look more. Let me learn more about this. And then you go on it and it's like that's has nothing to do with what I was looking at.
Right?
I'll go back and then click on it again, thinking like, oh, maybe there was some kind of mistake or something, and I clicked the wrong thing or whatever. Let me
Hey,
just
here
double
we
check
go.
that.
Let
Oh,
me
now I went to their website twice.
let me share this. Or whatever you call it. I could print one of those to put on the front of it.
Oh, yeah,
You know, that's their symbol.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, kind of like the United Federation of Planets symbol.
yeah. Of course. I
Only
don't know
instead of
why I wouldn't
Federation,
do that.
theirs is Union.
Yeah, that's nice. And it's like some flat pieces.
Yeah.
It looks like those are all separate pieces, and you'd have to print
You could
them.
do it
Or
that
is it,
way, or that Anycubic printer that I'm supposed to
you,
be getting does
you can just
multicolor.
have them so they're like embossed.
Well, it does multicolor.
Oh, okay. So the white will be white and the blue would be blue.
Right.
Oh, cool. I figured it would just be like raised, and then you just paint the lower part white and paint the upper part blue.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's really cool. And then you know what you do? You have the Orville as like a plaque, like the name, and then you have that logo, and then you have your Don's Modeling Desk logo opposite of it.
That would be cool too.
You just print a smaller version of the one that you made to light up.
Yeah.
You just make a smaller version of it, the same size as the Union logo there. Ken agrees. He says that would look good. Well, what you showed, he says that would look good. That was before I said what I was saying.
The problem is finding an Orville badge because I don't know how to 3D model. So
Well, can't you just enter text and tell it to make your text thick,
possibly
and then
that's that's
like
something I'll have to play with.
it's as simple as like paint or something where you just grab the text and you bend it. You know what I mean? There's like a little box around it, and you just bend the box, or you tell it to be a curve or whatever.
Possibly. See, like this one here. Dad nabbit, I clicked the wrong thing. See, that one was printed with a multicolor printer.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
It's missing the blue, but
It looks opposite of the other one you showed. The other
yeah,
one looked like the white part was
lower.
inset. Yeah.
But I gotta mix up some.
I think the one that you just showed there would be the more accurate one with the outline of everything, right? Raised rather than the
Right.
outline of everything carved.
Retest.
Mm-hmm. Kind of reminds me of the little disc I made for Ken there with his logo on it. Because you
Yeah,
get
but
that.
yours is handmade.
Yeah, but because it's glass, when you look at it from the side, you get that same illusion of thickness with the shadows. Because
It looks cool though.
the shadows are behind it, right? On
Yeah,
the other surface. So that looking at your picture there, it looks exactly like a thing that I made out of glass.
that one you made out of glass is cool though.
I used to make so many of those. I still have it around somewhere, but it's broken and the clock mechanism doesn't work. But I don't know if you ever saw
Clock
the
mechanism.
actual the CD. Okay, so you know the disc for the first, I think it was the first or the second White Zombie album. So the CD itself had all kinds of artwork on it,
Right?
like little monsters and demons and stuff like that, all kinds of little cartoon things. And I copied that picture and I did it as one of those cuttings on glass with the vinyl, but I put a clock in it. I chose a piece of glass from an old window that had a hole from the window handle,
Mm-hmm.
and I cut my I cut my circle around around the hole so that I could affix a clock mechanism to it, and I had this wicked ass white zombie clock for I don't know
Nice.
something like that. Yeah, it fell off the wall a couple times, and the corner of the glass got cracked. And
I like Rob Zombie.
yeah, it's pretty good. So you know which CD I'm talking about then. So I
Yes,
believe it was
yes.
the first or second one. It had all the cartoons on it and the little
Mm-hmm.
gremlin dude with the
I've got
pistols
a
and
I've
the
got a
skulls.
box set of Pink Floyd,
Oh, cool. They had
and
all kinds of cool artwork on their albums too.
yeah, all of the CDs have the prism with the light going through it
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the CD.
right on.
Oh no, is it stopped up? I do believe it
Oh,
is.
what's that? Your epoxy?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh no. Two-stage
Let's
gorilla epoxy?
toothpick. Let's try a toothpick.
Ken says he really likes the pictures I made for him. Well, thank you, Ken. Thank you very much. I
They
appreciate
look
that.
awesome. Oh no, is one side dried up?
Oh, it's one stage epoxy?
No, it's two stage, but one side won't come out.
Yes, yeah, so it's one stage now.
Yeah, one stage now. You're right. Weird. I have never had
Get the
epoxy do
drill
that
out.
before.
Drill it out. It's still liquid inside.
Yeah, somewhat.
Get a little drill bit. Drill the tip out.
I bought some
Unless you got a fresh bottle of it, yeah.
JB Weld, but I can't seem to find it.
Ah, that stuff's good.
Yeah.
I've never tried that Gorilla epoxy, but I've used JB Weld.
I use the Gorilla all the time because it's easy to find around here.
Yeah, easy to mix, I guess, right? You just squeeze that and you two equal parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I bought a tube of JB Weld just for this, but I can't find it.
I got some of that plastic epoxy putty stuff too, similar to what Andrew uses a lot.
Oh yeah, I've got some of that too. Where did I
I've
put
used it
the
over
JB
the years
Weld?
on I've used it over the years on other things, but I haven't tried it
Not
in
over
the
there.
modeling stuff yet. And I don't know if I can even mix this stuff. It's never been used, but it's pretty hard.
My favorite epoxy putty is Milliput.
I don't know if I'll be even able to use this. It's too hard to like. I can't mix it and squeeze it.
Well,
Buy a fresh container of it.
we may not be doing the base tonight. We may just move on to getting some paint done. Because I can't find my JB weld.
What's that bottle to the left of your screen there? Right under the towel. What's that? That's not it, eh?
What, where?
On the left of your desk, right beside that big silver container, there's a bottle of something, blue and yellow. Got a red tip.
Oh, you
I
mean
don't
the
know.
Elmer's glue?
No, the other side, the left side of your desk.
Here?
Yeah, it's under the cables there, under your hand.
This?
No, lower. There's like
Oh,
a
here.
blue. Yeah, what's that?
That's flux.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Oh, it's a syringe thing. Oh, I thought it was a tube.
I
thought it was a
forgot
tube.
about this stuff. It's sitting right there in front of me.
What you got there?
Epoxy.
Oh, there you go. 2 stages. Yeah, Ken said it's over there. It's over there.
It was. It was right there in front of me, actually.
It's over there,
I
Donnie.
still don't
It's
know
over
where
there.
that JB weld went, though. Oh, well. It is what it is, right? I'm glad we don't have scorpions around here.
Yeah, me too.
Spiders are plenty enough for me.
Well, not a lot of like dangerous things around here as far as venom and poison is concerned. But you know, you can be trampled by a moose or attacked by a bear.
The only really venomous spider that we have around here is black widows. And we don't have a lot of those.
Yeah, we have some of those, but they're not really this far north. But if you go to like Manitoulin Island and down south, there's a lot of those. And we got the brown recluse.
We have
Those
those.
those are pretty much everywhere in North America, even far north, like in the Arctic. They'll
Yeah,
find
but brown
way more.
recluses are not really I mean they're venomous, but
They can be
not
dangerous.
kill you venomous.
No, some people
Mm.
might have a reaction to it, but yeah, generally they're not kill you venomous, but they can be dangerous.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the black widows we have around here, it's still a black widow, but it's not the deadly kind of black widow. Like if it
Oh,
bites
really?
you, you're in bad shape. But it's not the one with the red hourglass
Hourglass.
thing on its abdomen. Yeah.
Oh, we have those.
It's a variation of it, right? Like it looks like a red line, or sometimes it looks like a cross. It looks a
Really?
little different. Yeah, there's different variations of that species that are
Did not know
slightly,
that.
yeah, they're yeah, there's all kinds of different ones. Howard is here, and Howard says, at least you can see those coming. Snakes and scorpions, you don't.
You can see snakes, but
Oh yeah.
they're good at hiding too.
Yeah, they're good at hiding. Dawn is here. He says, howdy all. Ain't it past your bedtime, Mother Dawn?
No,
Dawn has not changed his time yet. Are you in one of the states that doesn't change your time, Dawn? Does Pennsylvania stop using daylight savings time? What's going on? We're trying to determine that earlier. Some places are stopping it.
and some places aren't,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I think we should just do away with it everywhere.
I agree.
Have more
110% I agree.
have more daylight hours in the winter.
Well, I mean, I understand why they did it back when they did it, but nowadays it's not really
It's not
needed
necessary.
anymore. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I forgot to get the clamps out.
So Howard says wolf spiders can kill you. My mom got stung and it made the skin of her fingernail fall off. And then
Well, they
another
can
big
mess you up.
ball.
I don't know about kill you.
So there, Ken says in Saskatchewan the time never changes. Yeah, that's been for a while though, right, Ken? Is that or is that the new province? I heard on the radio, but I didn't catch what province it was. It may have been one of the maritime provinces like Prince Edward Island or something that decided to stop changing the times. Howard says, been in bed all day and it was like 71 degrees and sunny. Got nothing done. Yeah, we had a nice, beautiful, warm day here today too. It was like 5 degrees, 6 degrees this morning. That's pretty nice. So Ken says, no, all my life. Okay, so it's not the new one.
So Ken's province doesn't change their time?
No, Ken is in Manitoba. So Ken's talking about Alberta, which is not the next province over, but the next one over.
Ah,
So you got going from the west coast, you got British Columbia, you got Alberta, and then Saskatchewan, and then Ken's in Manitoba. I'm in the next province over, Ontario. And if I was to go for a drive to visit Ken, it would take me longer to go one province over to see Ken than it would to go to Louisville, Kentucky to go to Wonderfest.
really?
For yeah, it's like way further. It takes 3 days to get to Winnipeg from here. We have a friend that lives there.
Wow.
It takes him 3 days of driving to get to Winnipeg.
Big province.
Yeah, they're both very big. And Winnipeg is sort of in the middle-ish area. It's kind of close to the center,
Right?
and where I am is sort of close to the middle also. I'm further out, like I'm further south, but like if you look at the east and west borders of Ontario, I'm like kind of in the middle. And it's still like a over a 4 hour drive just to get to Toronto.
Wow.
And that's not even the border. Okay, so Ken says he grew up in Saskatchewan. Oh, cool. Howard says drive straighter, all those crooked roads. Yeah, not in Saskatchewan. Not too many crooked roads there. Winnipeg is off center to the east a bit. Yeah, it's to the east a bit, closer to Ontario a bit, but it's generally towards the middle of Manitoba.
Saskatchewan doesn't have crooked roads.
Probably not a lot. Saskatchewan is a flat prairie.
It doesn't mean the roads ain't crooked.
Well, they don't have to direct around anything. There's no hills and valleys that you have to route around.
Well, that's true, but if it's anything like
Okay.
here, there might be somebody going, "Oh, there's a little fish that lives in that creek right there that we can't kill. You'll have to go around."
Yeah, they do that nowadays, but
This was
you know, when they're
12,
when
15
they're
years ago.
yeah, but when they're first establishing roads like 80 years ago, nobody was doing that.
True.
They're like, this tree is full of raccoons. Blast it! But sir, we can cut it down with an axe. I said blow it up with dynamite, damn you!
I tell you what, one of the funniest things I ever seen in my life was they were building. There's a bypass that goes around Nashville called 840,
Okay.
and when they were building 840 through the edge of Rutherford County up here, um, there was some construction workers that the explosive went off when it wasn't supposed to, or went off too soon, or something. Anyway, the explosive went off, and like 3 or 4 construction workers got killed. And they were talking to the guy who was the foreman of the job now. This is the guy that's in charge of the entire job site, right?
Yeah.
And they're talking to him on the news. Sir, can you explain to us what happened? Yeah, they got blowed up.
They got blowed up.
And I'm thinking, oh my God, and he's the one in charge. No wonder they got blowed up.
He
Yeah,
knows what happened there. Well, ain't got no gas in it.
yep, they got blowed up. Oh, really? Jesus. Had to put him on TV. Like people didn't make fun of people from Tennessee bad enough anyway.
Yeah, but just because he says it with an accent doesn't mean he's stupid. It's just his accent.
No, but what he said
They
doesn't
got
help
blowed up.
any.
They got blowed up.
Some of your construction workers died in an explosion. Can you tell us what happened? Yep, they got blowed up. Okay. I'd have never
Dawn
figured that one out
says
without some help.
Don says he's been to all 4 of those provinces I mentioned: British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan,
I have been to all none of
Manitoba,
them.
Nova Scotia. My brother's been there a couple times. It's where his wife is from. Howard says they followed the Indian trails. Yeah, the original roads did follow the Indian trade routes, that's for sure.
And I bet those weren't exactly straight.
No, no, because they would have originally been walking paths. So yeah.
Well, walking paths and trails that they followed the buffalo or elk or whatever they were hunting. Daggone it. Everything's falling off my desk. I need to clean my desk.
I see that. There's nothing left on it. The Orville fell off and everything. And says to check off topic.
Oh, yeah, we still
Alrighty.
got 50 minutes.
Let me check off topic.
Check off what? What did Chekhov do?
He came up with the topic. Today I'm wearing pink to raise awareness for people like me who forget to separate the reds from the whites in the laundry. Yes.
Oh yeah, that little thing that Buck posted.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty funny too. I saw that this
It
morning.
was. Gotta get the
But I
debris
don't
off
think
of here
that's what
from drilling
Ken's
those
talking
holes.
about
The
because
what?
I didn't have my Wi-Fi on my phone, so I don't think that's what Ken's talking about. So let me just look again because that's just the last thing I looked at this morning. So let me reload it. There we go. Yes, now I see Saskatchewan highway map. Yeah, I was still looking at the last thing I loaded this morning because I didn't have my internet on. Andrew is here. He says, "How's it going tonight, lads?" It's going pretty good. How are you doing, Andrew?
What's up, Andrew?
Andrew says the seam work is looking great.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
have
it
two
does look
seams on the
great.
top that matter of fact, I should work on that instead of painting.
Howard says, "Yeah, I see it's a spider web of crooked roads." Yeah. So what Ken was talking about in off topic on Discord, he posted a map of the road system of Saskatchewan, and yeah, it's like I like how Saskatoon is like the center of a star, and all the roads radiate out from it, and then the rest are kind of in like a grid pattern, but they're not straight. The lines are
Off
like
topic.
joggy lines. Yeah, it's
It looks
actually
like
really
Tennessee
interesting.
roads, man.
Looks quite interesting.
They just kind of go wherever they need to go.
Yeah. But in general, like for the most part, Saskatchewan's pretty flat, and plain.
Yeah, but
Andrew says the cereal port is looking great. Yeah,
the cereal port.
yeah, your monitor plug there on the back.
I have the monitor plug taped up right now, so it won't get anything in it.
So Trent's heading off. That was a few minutes ago. He says, "Good night, everyone."
Have a
Good
good
night,
one,
Trent.
Trent.
Take care, buddy. 2 minutes ago. Howard says to Ken, "I'm guessing the green is where you live."
When you think he color coded the map as to where he lives,
Probably not, but let me just look at that. Yeah.
for some reason, this one seam is wanting to misbehave.
Well, the green, that's probably a provincial park. Yeah, Prince Albert National Park. Narrow Hills Provincial Park. See, so all the green spots are parks. Saskatchewan, Montana border. So it borders Montana and North Dakota.
I've never been to North Dakota, but after
Me
knowing
neither.
Eric for a while and hearing him talk about living in North Dakota, I have no desire to go to North Dakota.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Cold.
Oh, wow, it's cold here too. It's cold everywhere. except probably Tennessee.
No. North Dakota is oh shit cold.
Well, it depends on what part of North Dakota, because the upper parts that are close to the border are going to be further north than where I live.
He lived in Bismarck, North Dakota, or still lives, I guess, in Bismarck, North Dakota.
I'm not sure how far north that is, but
Me
yeah,
neither.
I was looking at the map there one day because I was looking at where Seattle is because Jordan was talking about his weather. So I was like, I wonder how much of a difference the latitude is, right? Like how much further south? Because I'm like, I know Seattle's pretty far north. So like, how much further south is it? So I checked out the map. It's actually further north than where I live. I'm 2 degrees latitude further south than Seattle is.
you're
But yeah,
you're
it's
you're in
still
Lower Canada.
yeah, yeah, exactly. But it's still called Northern Ontario. Even though it's further south than some parts of the US, it's still referred to as Northern Ontario.
But
Anywhere
is it
like
further north than other parts of Ontario?
no, not everything north of us. There's more. There's more to the north of where I am than there is to the south of me. But I'm still considered to be in Northern Ontario because there's nothing there. There's no population and people. You know what I mean? Like 90% of the people live within 100 miles of the U.S. border. 90% of everyone in Canada lives within 100 miles of the U.S.
You know why, don't you?
because there's nothing else up to the north. There's no way of life. Like there's a way of life, the traditional, ways of life for sure. If you want to go live off the land and have a, normal,
It's too
natural
freaking
life without
cold.
technology and stuff. Well, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's too cold. You can't farm. You can't build stuff because it's frozen all the time. You can't, there's no roads and there's no infrastructure. There's no utilities. There's nothing there to do anything.
Well, no, but all of that probably would have got put there if it wasn't so freaking cold.
Well, even if it's cold, if there's a reason to be there, people will be there, no matter how cold it is. But
Well,
there's
yeah,
no
but you got to
reason
think though,
to be there.
where you're living now, or all the way down here where I'm living, at one time there was nothing here except
Yeah, but
trees.
they found resources, right? And they've
Yeah,
made
you know,
settlements
right.
and
But nobody
civilizations and
made
stuff like
settlements
that.
way up there because they were like, it's really
Well,
cold
because they've
up
never
here.
found any resources. There's no natural resources. There is, but
Trees and
it
stuff.
costs too. Yeah, but it costs too much to get. It's too remote, right? You can't fly a helicopter in or a plane and grab a bunch of logs and fly them away. You need a road that
Well, you can
goes to
fly
the
a
place.
plane in. There's
Yeah, but you
planes
need a
that
road that
can
goes to the
handle that,
place
but
to do
helicopter.
anything. And they don't have the roads. Yeah, Andrew says we cling to the warmest areas we can.
I do not
Yeah,
blame you for that. I think that'll work. Of course, I thought it was good before. We'll get some more primer on it and see what it looks like.
it's looking
I
good
don't
from
know why
here.
that one team ended up being so bad and all the rest of them decent.
It was just sort of misaligned a little bit, eh?
Yeah, both sides. No, both sides just have a raised seam right there. I don't know why. But we shall fix.
Yeah, ice roads. Andrew says ice roads in the winter. Ken says new map up. Okay, we'll check it out. Yeah, some communities are only accessible by road in the winter when they make the ice roads. Yeah, some lakes and some of the areas, like small parts
Yeah,
of
like the
Hudson
ice road
Bay.
truckers.
Yeah. So some places freeze up enough that you can drive across the lakes and make roads.
Those dudes are crazy.
Yep. And that's communities that are already established, right? So anywhere where there is resources to be had, there is remote small communities there. But the people that live there don't get nearly as well of anything as they should be getting. Like, there's no amenities or no help from, the price of a bottle of water is like $12 for a bottle of water just because they live so far to the north. And they have grocery stores that, there's only one grocery store for a 500-mile radius. They charge whatever they want because they can. People don't have a choice.
Yeah, there's only
So they
one
just,
grocery store though because there's only
yeah,
like 40 people up there.
yeah. So they totally, yeah, like I get, sure, it does cost more to get products up there because they have to, there's only certain times when they can, and they have to be brought in by plane or by truck in the winter if there's an ice road. Yeah, okay, so it costs a little more to get stuff there, but there's no reason that a bottle of water should cost you $12 when it's a 50-cent thing. You know what I mean? They're just
It's
gouging
called
people on a terrible.
uh, supply and demand.
Yeah, well, it's a
There's a lot
terrible
of
practice.
demand. There's a little supply.
It's a horrible practice. Yeah. Ken says $24 for a 2-liter bottle of Coke, and that was almost 20 years ago. Imagine it now. Yeah, like I've seen some
I don't think I'd be
documentaries
drinking
about it.
Coke anymore.
Yeah. Howard says sled dogs. Yeah. Ken says I policed an island lake that relied on ice roads. Oh yeah. Did you have to drive the ice road to get there? And Kenneth is here. He says, "Hey, Donnie and everyone else,
What's up,
sitting here
Kenneth?
watching your amazing live stream while waiting to clock out at 10:30.
I wish
Excellent.
I could sit and watch live streams while I'm waiting to clock out.
Yeah."
For some reason, they think if we're getting paid, we should be working. I don't know what's up with that shit.
And Howard says, "It's the price of convenience. Same thing as getting the small cans of Coke as opposed to the large bottles."
Yep.
Yeah, a 2-liter bottle of Coke costs less than a half-liter bottle of Coke. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's like you can go to the store and buy a 2-liter bottle of Coke for like $2.
Yeah,
You go to the convenience store and buy a 20-ounce bottle of Coke, it's like $2.39.
yeah, yeah. Oh, it's if you go to the convenience store here, you can still generally get a 2-liter bottle for around $1.99 or two
Well, yeah,
twenty
yeah, yeah, yeah,
five or something like
yeah,
that. But the regular size bottle or a can is like $4.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. A 20-ounce bottle of
Ridiculous.
Coke is like $2.39 or something like that, and the 2 liter is like $2. It's like,
Yeah.
really, dude?
Kenneth says, "I'm gold bricking like my hero Donnie."
Gold bricking.
Gold bricking. Yeah, then there's the airport markups. Oh yeah, those guys are just as bad. The hospital too. Terribly ridiculous.
Yep.
Anywhere that you have to do something that you don't really have a choice is where they nail you. Yeah, you don't have a choice.
And they're sitting behind the desk taking your money thinking, sucker.
Yeah. Kenneth says, I'm waiting for my Rio brick of the clock tower of Big Ben and my other 6 sets.
Oh, Lego bricks. Okay.
Okay, so he's waiting for a shipment.
I was wondering what he was meaning by real brick.
So Ken says, no, he didn't drive the ice road. Each community has an airport, but the ice road is when we would take our vehicles out for maintenance, and the big rigs would come up with the fuel supply for the year.
I would not drive those ice roads. Have you ever watched that show, Ice Road Truckers?
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, around here we drive on the lake all the time.
Yeah, but those dudes, man, they're cruising in the road, and then all of a sudden shit starts cracking, and one of the trucks falls 3/4 of the way into the lake, and the other guy's like, huh, sucks to be you. It just keeps driving. It's like, no, shit starts cracking. I'm going back.
Yeah. Well, it's not his problem. He's gotta do it. He don't have a choice. Need
Yeah,
that
he
money.
does. Find another job.
Well, yeah, there's that. That's what I'd be doing. Let's see. Howard says, because of the amount of sales in that case, Donnie, a convenience store doesn't sell as much volume as the main stores. I learned
Are you
this
kidding
from a
me?
friend who I take home.
Have you ever seen the number of people in a convenience store?
Yeah, they sell plenty. I said that's why
I'll
his
stop
friend
at the
doesn't carry
I'll
certain
stop at the
things in his
convenience store sometimes to get a can of dip or something like that on the way to work at like 5 o'clock in the morning. And there's like 8 people in line in front of me, and it's like, really? 5 o'clock in the morning?
So he says his friend doesn't carry certain things in the store where alcohol is a set price, so no one can charge more. So are you saying he doesn't sell alcohol in his store because he can only charge a certain amount for it? He can't overcharge for it, so he doesn't bother selling it? Is that what you're saying?
Could be.
Ken says he did drive on the ice road several times. Andrew says driving past lakes in the winter, you see all the pickups out there on the ice with the fishing huts. Yeah, that's how it is around here. There's tons of lakes around here. Did that
Nope.
my whole life.
Not me.
Andrew says then there's Tim Hortons parking lots filled with skidoos. Yeah, tons of snow machine trails and ski trails around here. In the summer, they're mountain bike and then quad trails. Ken says the ice roads were a little over 4 feet thick. Yeah, you only need like to take a full size like a half-ton pickup truck on the ice. You only need like a foot thick of ice. Not even 8 inches is enough to be safe.
Yeah, but those dudes are taking semis out there.
Well, yeah. So it's a 4 foot thick piece of ice, and you also have to know the condition of the ice. Like it's not just you get in your truck and you drive out there. Like you know what I mean? If certain time of the year, most of the times of the year, even if it's the dead of winter and it's really cold, you still want to look at the lake, look at the ice before you go out there. You just you just get to know it over the years, right?
I'll just stay on the land.
Like my dad was one of those guys that could tell you how long it's going to be safe to keep your ice hut out there. And some people would bring their ice huts off the lake because they're worried about it and they'd miss out on like 2 weeks of fishing. And my dad seemed to know There was one time when he pushed it, it was a little too late. We had to go get it, and there was water, and we were go stepping through, and we just barely grabbed it and got off the lake in time before, a couple days more, and it would have been gone. We wouldn't have
Right.
been able to go out there. So it was like our very last chance to get it. That was only 1 year though. We never had any problems.
I can't swim, so I don't go anywhere that may end up with me being in the water.
So Howard says no, his store and the main stores can't sell the same bottle of liquor for different prices.
Oh,
Well, no, because the price of that is set by the liquor control board,
right.
not by the store. It's like lottery tickets and stuff. You can't decide the prices for those, or cigarettes. You don't get to decide your prices. Anything that's controlled by government interests, yeah, you can't choose the price.
I think it's wild that they're so tightly control the alcohol, but they let people sell tobacco for whatever price they want to.
Well, not around here, unless you live on the reserve.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Cigarettes are super expensive unless you go get them at the reserve.
Well, they're expensive everywhere, period. But like
Not if you live
one
close to
place
a
they'll be
reserve.
$4.50 a pack, and the next place they'll be $5.50 a pack.
Oh, they're like, if you go to a convenience store, it's like $15 for a pack of cigarettes.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, man. But you go to the reserve and you get their native brands, and it's like $4.
Well, what about if you go somewhere outside the reserve that's not a convenience store?
You can't get them.
Convenience store is the only place you can get a pack of cigarettes?
Yep, you can't get them at grocery stores, drugstores, nowhere. Only convenience stores.
Wow.
Yeah, and if there's a reserve there, then there's like smoke shops. That is what they sell is cigarettes. It's a cigarette store.
Yeah. Are they that expensive at the cigarette store?
No, no, because they're not controlled and taxed, but the cost is the taxes, the government taxes.
Right.
So
So the
the
tobacco
reserve
stores
doesn't tax them.
don't have controlled pricing?
They don't have to tax them
Oh, that's
because
weird.
it's a reservation, so they have their
No,
own
no, no.
laws.
I mean outside the reservation, but not at a convenience store.
No, they don't get to choose their prices.
So anywhere
The
you buy
price
one,
is
whether it's
set
a
by the
convenience
government.
store or not, they're $15 a pack.
Pretty much, yeah. They might, it
Jesus
might
Christ.
vary by a few cents here and there, depending on the area that you're in. But yeah, it's not determined by the seller or the store owner.
I'm surprised anybody in Canada smokes. Holy
Well, that's the
crap.
idea, right? They're trying to minimize it. Let's see. Andrew says it's important to follow the speed limits on those ice roads because you can cause damaging waves. Yeah, if you go too fast, it pushes up the ice ahead of you, and it'll cause a wave. The
Really?
pressure will build. Yeah, so the weight of your vehicle, if you're going too fast, the because the weight of your vehicle will make the ice sink as you go across it. But if you do that too quickly, it'll make a ripple in the ice and it'll crack, and you can bust it up all right in front of you just by making a pressure wave.
Hey, look what I found.
There it is. Oh, okay, that's the same kind of tube as the Gorilla tube.
Yeah.
Last time I used JB Weld, it was in two separate tubes.
Yeah, kind of like this Star Bond that's in the two little bottles.
Yeah, yeah, but I only like the old metal style, like toothpaste tubes and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Andrew says you can build your ice fishing hut on a raft in case you miss getting it off. Surprised nobody does that. I saw that once. Guy had one that had
That is a
floaties
good
on it.
idea.
Yeah, but you need the thing is it's hard to pull out in the wintertime. It's hard to get out onto the lake if you're not like living right on the lake. Like a lot of times, like where I used to live, you'd see them going by down the road. You'd see a truck and a trailer, or some people didn't even have trailers. They just drag them down the road on the skis. You would hear it, then you'd look out the window. Oh, there goes the ice huts. Because there was like a launching spot not far from where we live. So we'd always see them driving by, heading out onto the lake or coming off in the springtime, right?
Right.
So it's harder to move your ice hut around because you need a platform a lot larger than the area of your hut in order for it to float, right? Otherwise, it'll just tip over. It'll roll over. You need stability.
Hmm. Did not know that.
Yeah, like you can put it on a raft that's the same size and it's gonna float, but because of the height of it and the weight dispersion, as soon as you move, it's just gonna roll over like an iceberg.
Not if you make the raft big enough.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The raft has to be much bigger. So to move it around and transport it out and on and off the ice in the wintertime, that's a big problem, right? Because you got to be able to bring it down the road and down the launch thing to the lake and stuff like that. And it's only so wide.
Just make it like a giant houseboat. There you go. Just make a pontoon boat.
Howard says every year we got people on the Great Lakes doing ice fishing or dying from ice fishing when they really shouldn't. Yeah, there's no reason you should die from ice fishing. Ken says the big rigs they go too slow over the lake as their weight causes a wave in the ice, and if they go too fast, the wave breaks the ice. Yeah, yeah, you gotta. There's like a sweet spot of speed that you gotta go.
I still think I'll
Ken
pass.
says up north, cigarettes were the same price as down south. Yeah, they're the same everywhere. Most of the price of one is the taxes. Yeah, it's the taxes contributing to the healthcare system, right? Andrew says, first thing I do with those JB welds is to snip the jointed plastic on the two plungers so I can control them independently. Why? Because they don't, is one more viscous than the other and harder to press through? Or
I've
do you
never
not
had a
have to,
problem using them connected like that.
so it's not a one-to-one mixture?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so why would I don't know, I'm just trying to understand why Andrew would want to use them independently. It's just easier to press on them separately. I could see it being probably hard to press both at the same time
It
because of
can be a little bit, but
the
not
way
too
you have
bad.
to apply the force, right? You got your force spread out across the two plungers instead of just the one focused area. I don't know. Please explain, Andrew.
I've always used them just like they are.
I haven't tried one like that.
Well, that's the only kind you can get around here, in a store.
Mm.
That Starbond that I got in the 2 little bottles, I ordered that off Amazon. So
Howard says, step one in ice fishing safety, don't go out on the ice in the first place. Problem solved. Well,
you're
no,
right.
that's fun. Going out on the ice around here is like a big part of life in the winter.
I'm just gonna make sure it's safe.
And most people learn how to know whether it's safe or not.
Tell by the color of the ice.
Yeah. You can tell by the color of the ice and the consistency of it. If you're not sure, you drill
Slush.
down and yeah, water on top, slush ratio. Like there's things to learn. Andrew says raft hut would only be convenient if you lived on the lake. Yeah, that's right. You'd have to live right at the lake and you'd be able to have it tied to your dock in the summer and then, hauled up on shore in the winter. So he says it's a 1-to-1 mix, but they don't always come out each side the same. Yeah, because the way you have to apply the pressure, it would be very difficult to apply the pressure consistently on both of those plungers at the same time.
I've never had
Yeah.
a mix off enough that it made any difference.
Well, Andrew says I find I get a much closer 1-to-1 when I can control them separately. Well, there you go. Yeah, so you can making sure he's getting the same amount. Says you can also check the depth of ice when you make your burr hole for fishing. Well, you don't go out and make a hole for fishing unless you already kind of know the thickness of the ice.
And you go by how many.
Yeah, that's true. You got to take into account whether there's a bunch of other people around you. 'Cause a lot of the lakes around here, including the one where I'm from, they'll plow a road out because of all the people that go ice fishing, they'll put their ice huts all in the same sort of area, like little villages. So you got these little trailer parks or hut ghettos out on the lake in the winter,
And
and everyone's running around like it's a little trailer park.
if the shore's soft,
Yeah, if it's soft at the shore, not to go out. But what they do is the plow a road that goes out to it. And then they mark the sides of the road, right? Because there's going to be a snowbank. So people that are running around on snow machines and aren't using the particular plowed road still know that it's there. So you don't smash into it at night or something like that, right?
Like where the snow was pushed up.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody goes out with a truck and a plow and just maintains the road for the entire winter. So there's always snowbanks on either side where it's piled up. And that freezes rock hard, well, ice hard. So they put like markers with orange flags all along both sides of the road so that you can see it at night or clearly in the daytime. There's a lot of like some people are stupid and they have really fast snow machines and they're idiots and they drive really fast and they're even more idiots because they get drunk and then they go out and drive their snow machines and they think they're cool and they hit like a pressure crack in the lake that you couldn't even see even in the daytime because you're just going too
Surely
fast
not.
to
People
see
would
anything.
never do anything stupid when
Yeah,
they're drunk.
like they have to stop. There's no reason to make a snow machine that goes 120 miles an hour. It's just stupid. It shouldn't exist.
Sure there is, because you can.
Yeah, because you can, but Maybe if it's for racing and it's driven by professionals that know what they're doing and have, regulations and safety people around, but for drunk idiots that just want to go cruise around and try to look cool, they
Well,
shouldn't
that's no
have
different than
100-mile-an-hour snow machines.
cars that'll do 180 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Nobody
well, that's
needs
another
that.
thing. No, and so why do they make them and keep advertising them like that?
Money.
Exactly. Exactly. Everybody wants the Porsche or the Lamborghini or whatever the thing is, but when can you actually use it the way that it's made to be used?
Never.
The only reason is if you're a criminal and you're running from the cops.
Or you just like to go fast.
Howard says, let's have a bonfire on the lake. Oh, yeah, we do that all the time. We have fires on the lake all the time. Usually we bring a big barrel out or like a big oil drum or something like that. And it's up on blocks, not directly touching the ice. Like, there's smart, safe ways to do it.
Safe or safer?
Safe. A bonfire on the ice isn't going to melt a hole through the ice. Like, we've been out there and had like 6-8 hour long fires
Like
on the
bonfires,
ice, and
burning
you
pallets.
can hardly, like, it'll melt the snow around it, and then you'll have like a little puddle that freezes back into ice. Like, it's not, the ice is way colder than any fire can put the heat. All the heat goes up from the fire, right? It's not
Or
really
most of
doing
it, yeah.
anything to the ice. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't conduct away from the thing into the ice. Ice is a terrible heat conductor. Andrew says Tim Hortons sets up their hut on the ice so everyone can get their double doubles and stay warm.
Really?
No, but there's some places where they probably could. I bet you there's times when they have events in the winter at like Bell Park, because right in the middle of our city, like the main big city part of Sudbury, there's a big lake and there's a park there and there's all kinds of things. There's like tour boats and there's all kinds of things to do on this lake. And they have these festivals and events and stuff like that where they actually do things on the lake in the summer and in the winter. So I wouldn't be surprised if Tim Hortons has like a booth or a hut or something out there during one of these festivals. So I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Wow.
They do anymore.
They used to, yeah. Mary's gone with the pizza place she works to. They've done the
Do the
winter carnival
We
a
just set up
couple
a
of
tent,
times,
though.
and
We
they
don't
just
get
set up
like
a tent and you just bring, the stores nearby, and you just make the pizza and you bring them down to the tent and you sell them.
drivers that drop.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
just like any other vendor at the carnival, right?
It's like when you do it. at the
Howard says, well, like those tornadoes we had here in Michigan was uncommon because the lake that one people filmed across was still frozen and people thought the video was fake. Andrew says, I know of too many accidents from SKUs and ATVs. I'll never go on them. Well, I don't mind going on a SKU or an ATV if I'm the one driving it, because I know that I'm not going to be stupid and, you know, get into, like, I've got into an accident with my three-wheeler when I was younger, and the four-wheeler, I rolled it, flew off, but not because I was driving overly fast, is because I hit a big hole in one case,
Well,
and the other case I
think
hit a rut coming around the corner. So I wasn't hurt because I wasn't going extremely fast, and I also had my helmet on.
things can happen too, though.
Yeah, things can happen. Accidents happen, but the difference is when you're going 100 miles an hour or going, 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's true.
Like we had an ATV, but we didn't have like a fast racing stupid one. Like we had
Like we
one that
did.
was for working,
I had a
right? It was like
warrior.
more of a utility vehicle.
Well, my brother
We
had
were
just a
going,
regular old, 4-wheeler, no
yeah.
racing 4-wheeler, nothing like that. And
No, we had the Honda big 300 or whatever. We had the trailer so that we could go in the bush and get
yeah,
firewood for the house.
well, my brother died from injuries that he got in a 4-wheeler wreck. So
Oh, that's too bad. Sorry to hear that.
broke his neck.
So we used to mostly use it for going out on to the lake in the winter for fishing and going into the back fishing and hunting and going to cut trees for firewood. We'd go back, me and my dad and my brother and my mom. We'd be back there for a day or 2 days, cutting down a few trees and chopping them up and bring them home. Back when we used to have the wood stove, and then they rewrote the law
Fireplace.
to make the insurance. Well, no, we didn't have a fireplace. We had a wood stove in the basement. So like a big
Ah,
barrel. Yeah, like a big
one of the big black
barrel
iron
stove.
potbelly stoves.
Yeah, but like massive. It was like 6 feet long. It was like a big barrel.
Well, my my uncle had one. It wasn't laying down though; it was one that stood up.
Hmm.
And it was right in the middle of his house, and his house was probably about the size of our house, probably 1,300 square foot. Dude,
Hmm.
it'd be 5 degrees outside, and it'd be 80 in that house.
Oh yeah, yeah. They work very well. Ours used to be in the basement, and yeah, you go down like we'd only have to go down there a couple times a day to put more wood in the fire because you could put so much in there, and then you could set the damper thing to kind of regulate how fast the wood burns by how much air you allow through the stove, right?
Right,
It's got an air vent on the front, and it's got a vent on the chimney, so you can regulate that to adjust the airflow that's flowing through the stove, and you can slow down the burning process of the wood. But this thing was like 6 feet long, so you could load it up with chunks of wood, and it would like burn from one end to the other, so you don't have this massive whole fire all going at once. You know what I
right.
mean? It would work its way down the thing, and then by the time that happens, well, you go down there a few hours, 5, 6 hours later, and you throw a couple more pieces in and start the process again. Reverse the process, right? You throw them in from the other end, and yeah,
And
oh, yeah,
and
we had
his
this whole
had holes in the top with cast iron covers over it. You could take off and set a pot on it and cook.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, so it was a proper cooking like house kitchen stove
Yeah, it's just
sort of.
big old, like you said,
Yeah,
looked like a barrel,
yeah. See, this
big
one
old
this one
cast
wasn't
iron
for
barrel.
this one was strictly a heat stove, strictly a furnace. No
Yeah,
flat top. It was a big round cylinder, like a. I think it was actually made out of 100 pound or a 200 pound propane tank, like one of the big propane tanks that you'd see outside of a house or something like that for
yeah.
their stoves. I think it was made out of one of those.
Well, like I said, his wasn't laying down; his was standing up.
Yeah, this one laid down. It was like about 6 feet long, and it was probably about 3 feet in diameter. It was a big round cylinder with the door on the end of it and the chimney at the opposite end, so that you could burn that line, right? You could put all your material in like a flat line, and the fire would work its way down.
Right.
let's see, we've got some comments here. I'm been talking about fires. Andrew says you can also place a metal plate on top of the wooden skis and keep the bonfire up off the ice. Well, yeah, that's what most people around here have is like say an oil tank cut in half with legs on it, or a big 40-gallon drum maybe that's like sitting up on some wood blocks or something like that. Yeah. But also you can just throw your wood right on the ice and have a fire and yeah, it's it's fine. It's not gonna melt through the ice anytime soon.
If it's thick enough.
Yeah, like you're fine. The ice is too cold really to be affected that much by fire. Like it'll melt around, but then it just makes a puddle and it just kind of evaporates away from the fire. Like I don't know. I've just seen it many, many, many times. Just a fire right on the ice, like it's the ground, and it's not a big deal. Generally, we don't do it because we don't want to make the lake dirty. So we do it in like a barrel or something so that when you leave, you take everything with you, right? You're not leaving like burnt wood and
Stuff
stuff
behind.
on the lake. Yeah, you're not leaving any junk behind on the lake and you don't have all the dirty snow. That's generally why we use something. What's that we're saying? His parents tried to sue the neighbor for the mound of dirt in his field.
What?
I don't know. I think he's talking about this tornadoes we had here in Michigan was uncommon because the lake that the one people filmed across was still frozen and people thought the video was fake. And his parents sue the neighbors for the mound of dirt in his field. Uh, or a metal grill. It's talking about raising the fire up. You have to worry about other people on the trails. Yeah, yeah. There's safety procedures for like when you use the snow machine trails around here, you have to have a license. You have to have a trail pass. There's like a training course, and you got to know the safety things. And there's like wardens out there patrolling it. If you get caught out on the trail without a trail pass, it's a major fine. Howard says a lot of the accidents also involved a drinking thing caused stupidity. Yeah,
Never.
people do stupid things when they're drinking and operating vehicles. Shouldn't be driving around. Andrew says during ice storm in '98, we melted snow on the wood burning stove. It used to be in the house, but was moved out to the garage, which is my dad's woodworking shop. So we had water for flushing the toilets. Yeah, you still need to have water for doing that. How long was it out for? We are where I live, the power was out for like I think 5 days. And it was fun tossing chunks of snow on the outside of it and watch them sizzle.
On the barrels.
Yeah, on the wood stove. Andrew says, "Is that post going to be enough to hold the model?" He's also
No,
got little pins.
the stand is
that
going to
he'll-
hold the model.
Yeah. Oh, maybe Andrew hasn't seen the stand.
That'll
There.
hold the weight of the model. The post is just for the wires to go down through.
And where's that going to go through the stand? Right in the center where it joins together?
Right here.
Okay.
It'll be right in there.
You already have that marked out? Because now that you got
Yes.
those pins in there,
Yeah, I've already got it measured out.
yeah, okay.
But
Because
this
putting those pins in there, you're not going to be able to, move that anywhere.
tube is going to get mounted in here,
Yeah.
and then this tube will be mounted in the base.
Okay, so
That
you're going
way,
to have like a telescopic tube action going on.
well, that way, this tube will fit inside of this tube.
Yeah.
So when I set it down on the base, I can just stick the wires in there. This will slide into there, and it'll sit on the base. And then I can just pull the wires out and plug them into the switch.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good idea. You don't have to worry about trying to feed it through
Right.
all the time. Because you're going to want to take it off of the stand to transport it to Wonderfest.
Yeah, that's why I just put the holes and the pins on the base instead of gluing the base to the model.
Yeah, that's right.
That way it can just sit on there and be good to go. But it's 10 o'clock. So I think I'm going to call it here. I got these seams took care of. They look a lot better than they did right here. And I think once I get the base coat on there, they won't show at all. They just barely show now. After a couple layers of base coat, I think they'll be good.
Yeah, I can't see it really from here.
You can just barely see it in the camera there. I don't think they'll show it all once they get the base coat on, because the base coat will be completely flat. It won't have that shine to it.
That's right. All I can see is like a difference in the shininess because you
Yeah.
were sanding it right there. Right? Because it's freshly painted and you were just sanding it right there. So I can
Yeah,
see
and it's
that.
not 100% dry right there either yet. But I got that done. And get this set over here.
Oh, Howard had power out for 2 weeks during that ice storm.
And I got the pins in the base. And I got the base glued onto the wood. I'm just waiting for the epoxy to finish setting up. And then I'll have to get all that painted. And then I got to find a little, or make a little Orville plaque to put right there.
Yeah, I think that would look cool. So Andrew says, so that's going to allow you to remove the model from the base when you bring it to Wonderfest.
Correct.
Yes.
It would have been a lot faster and a lot easier to just epoxy that sucker to the bottom of the model. But I don't know if this is sturdy enough to handle it riding in the car all the way to Louisville.
Right. Exactly. You got that.
So I wanted to be able to lift it off the base, and then I can lay it upside down in the seat and then set the base beside of it.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll make it safe enough to transport. We'll see.
All right. So Andrew says good night. Time for him to sleep. Ken says great stream. Thanks for entertaining me.
Well, thank you.
Steven says good night, everyone. See you in the week. Howard says see you all tomorrow. Don't forget to put a little Kermit the Frog sitting on the base. Yeah, like Captain Mercer has a little Kermit on his desk there.
Yeah.
Don't forget to put a little Kermit the Frog sitting on the base. That would be a cool little Easter egg, Andrew.
That would be one. Huh.
Howard says, offhand, you can use the 2X Rust-Oleum primer in the areas to fill the seams? Question mark?
That is true.
Yeah, it just kind of levels out and flattens itself out, right?
Yeah, as long as it doesn't fill in any of the detail.
Yeah. say when you're painting it with your airbrush, just spray a little heavier in those areas.
That's what I did.
Yeah,
I think it'll be good once I get the base coat on.
I think
But
it looks great.
thank you. Well, let's see here. Tomorrow night we got Keith at 7 working on the Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. That's looking cool, by the way.
It does look neat, eh?
Yeah, with all those little mushrooms and flowers and plants and stuff. It looks cool.
Yeah.
And then at 9 will be Buck. What is it Buck's working on now?
I'm not sure. I didn't get a chance to catch any of the streams last week. So last time I saw Buck was working on
The truck.
truck.
That's
Yeah,
right.
the
The
semi.
truck. He'll be working on the truck.
Okay, I thought he was finishing the truck last week or something.
I don't think he, I mean, I had to quit watching before he got done, but I don't think he finished it.
Okay. Ken says Buck is starting the Death Star. That's right. The
That's
Death
right. I did hear him say that.
Star says the Death Pizza. Yeah, I remember that now. Yes.
So Buck will be working on the not Lego Death Star slice.
Yeah, because he did finish the semi.
Yeah. And then Wednesday night we'll be doing the Woody Wednesday, working on the Istanbul tram and whatever Alec will be working on. And then Thursday night will be Jordan finishing up the Falcon. And we get to see the lights, Don. The lights.
Falcon, right? Let's see
And,
that light.
and then our regular stream Friday at 9. And then Jody, are you streaming at 7 Saturday?
I think so.
Okay. Jody at 7, followed by Andrew at 9 on Saturday. And then, of course, our regular stream on Sunday at 4. And then that brings us back to Monday again. So appreciate y'all all stopping by. Like and subscribe if you haven't. And we'll see you tomorrow night in the comments on Keith and Buck's streams. And thank you, Jody, for producing.
You're welcome, buddy.
So have a good one, everyone, and we'll see you in the comments tomorrow night. Later, everyone.